On the first official day of summer, we are blessed with a guest who radiates heat like the power of the sun. He stars alongside Nicole Kidman in the new comedy, A Family Affair. It premieres a week from tomorrow on Netflix. Please welcome Zac Efron. Funny. Every time you're here, I'm like, wow, the crowd's really fired up to see me. And then I realize, oh, no, they're actually here to see you. Yeah. How you doing?
Good, man. Congratulations, dude. Thanks for having your last show before.
Yeah, thank you for coming on my last show. Let's do something crazy and just blow it out. What do you say?
I'm in. Let's go.
What are you doing this summer? You have a plan?
Yeah, I'll probbe travel a bit. A bit. Yeah.
You love to travel. What were your summers like when you were a kid? Because you had, you were working when you were a kid, right?
Yeah, well, I guess when I was younger, it was like a lot of, I don't know, it was still a lot of nature stuff. I would go to summer camp,
Oh, you went to summer camp. Nature
like
camp.
That. Yeah, I did a performing arts camp.
Well, let's start with nature
loved getting
camp.
Me out, so.
Where is nature camp held? Is it here in L.A.?
No.
No.
No, I was never in L.A. till it was like a lot later.
Okay,
so.
all right.
This one was up, I think it was in Cambria or near Cambria.
Okay.
And man, looking back, it was kind of sketch.
Was it?
A little bit. It was like outdoor camp. There was like a boys' side, a girls' side, but it was like just basically sheds with bunk beds in them. And yeah, we just got up to mischief outside. It was
Did
fun.
you go by yourself, or what was the setup there?
Yeah, I brought one friend, and yeah, it was fun. It was just us and the counselors.
And what would they do? Was it like canoeing and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, there was no water, so it was mostly like...
Very slow canoeing?
Yeah, it was like all kinds of games. We do like, we would do scavenger hunts. We would practice building fires, things like that.
Could you build a fire now as a result of that camp?
No, I don't know what the I was doing. But I watched all the camp counselors do it.
Were there wild animals and whatnot around your camp?
There were. Yeah,
there were?
There were actually quite a few. Oh, gosh. One of the fun things we did was all the camp counselors got together and we played this game called, Catch the Snipe. So there's these animals called snipes.
I know what this is, yeah.
Right. So they would pull us all out like super late at night, like 10 o'clock for us back then. And they would all go like run around chasing these snipes. And like halfway through the night, the camp counselors were the only ones who had seen these things. Like we couldn't find them. We just couldn't run fast enough, we thought. But we came to find out there was no such thing as a snipe.
Yeah, right. It's like
it's just full.
It's a prank, the snipe. Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
It's nonsense.
We really got into it, man. I remember at one point I pretended I caught one.
Did you really?
Yeah, I fully like bought into it. I was like, I just really wanted to catch one.
You wanted to be the snipe catcher. And then the other camp you went to was what? Did you say?
What was it? It was called. It was like the California Summer School for I think it was called CSUN.
Okay. Isn't that a Northridge, right? It's
yeah. And that was more like a drama camp.
Oh, you went to acting camp.
Yeah, I don't even know it was a camp. It was more like a conservatory school. Basically, like everybody that went to it, it was a 3-week, pretty intensive like acting course.
I see.
And to get in, you had to be basically in college. But they let a couple younger kids get in. They let like 2 freshmen into the program. And I think I wasn't quite a freshman.
How old were you?
I think I was 12. Yeah.
You were 12 in a camp with college kids?
Yeah. Yeah, for like 3 weeks.
Did you have a fake ID? How did you manage that?
No, I sent a tape and they let me in.
You sent a tape? You auditioned?
But I think I said I was like
camp.
14 or 13 on it.
Oh, you lied.
So I was about far and away the youngest kid there.
Okay, so you lied to the camp, but what about like your mom? Your mom was cool with you?
They were cool with it.
Just get out of the house?
They just wanted me to out of there.
And did you learn things from the camp?
Yeah, we put on shows. We put on it was pretty intensive, man. I'm not gonna lie. It was like I learned a lot about acting on that trip. There was like monologue classes every day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was pretty well structured. We had really good teachers.
You, at 12 years old, had to memorize a monologue and give the monologue?
Yeah.
What kind of monologue do you give when you're 12?
Oh, jeez. I picked something horrible. It was, Everyone was given very serious, like good monologues. Like these were good, talented actors at this age. And I didn't know what I was doing. So I picked something from The Matrix. It was,
Really?
It was like a really hard one from, it was Agent Smith, like interrogating Morpheus. It's like this really, he's like a Shakespearean actor, that guy. He's like incredible. And I was like, I'm gonna nail this. And I went in there and it was like, oh God, it was so embarrassing.
You probably had a high voice in the whole thing, right?
Yeah, I was like prepubescent. I don't know what was going on. And then they like put me in front of the class and I just remember going, it was like, human beings are a plague. You are a plague, a disease. And I am the cure. And the teacher's like, Zach, stop right now. Just
Really?
Stop.
You took a trip, it's kind of the opposite of summer, really. You took a trip to the North Pole.
Yeah.
Why did you go to the North Pole?
Bucket list. Bucket list kind
That's on your bucket list.
Yeah, it happened super last minute. A couple friends of mine said they were going up there and...
No Santa Claus up there, right?
No, I'm not gonna say that. No, we went up there. I think he's probably up there. We went to go try and find him. We heard he was in this ice cave. We landed. We did a dog sled thing, which was wild, and it was so cold. Unbelievably cold up there. But then one of the funner things we did was we started at like midnight, and we hiked up this glacier for like 4 hours, just up into the middle of nowhere. And our plan was to get into this ice cave.
Okay. And you brought a video here of the ice cave.
This is like after 4 hours of intense hiking through waist-deep snow, freezing our asses off. At the end of this, it's like damn near 4 in the morning, no sleep. It's been a mission of a day. And we got to this ice cave we were excited to see, and this is us seeing the entrance because it was a lot smaller than we anticipated.
Here it is.
That area, I don't want to... All right.
No chance.
Make sure you get your shoulders loose. Look at that thing. No, it's easy, guys.
That was the ice cave? Can we put this just still, because we barely got to see that ice cave at the beginning.
You can't really tell there, but like we had to like suck in our breath. I had to suck in my breath.
You could tell. Did you sleep in that hole?
Well, it got bigger once you got in there, but it was at least 50 feet straight down a tube. Like like a baby's water. Like I had my arms above my head. It was crazy, just to get in that hole.
And you slept in the hole?
No. That was kind of the game plan, I think. But once we were there for, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes. Everyone wanted to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, that's good. That's a very good call. All right, when we come back, we're going to see a clip from Zach's new movie. It's called A Family Affair. Zac Efron is with us. We'll be right back.
So you were just miles away from your home on what, a little stroll to walk?
No, we were discussing your future.
We? Yeah. Was that before or after you took my mother's dress off?
Before.
Right. Okay, sorry. It was just sex. What are you saying? Are you talking to me?
It was just sex.
Hi, Crisco.
Hey.
Oh. How dare you talk about my mother like that? Is that your t-shirt?
He had nothing to wear.
She ripped my chatouche.
This is just getting worse by the minute somehow.
I mean, it just happened. Look at him.
Look at her.
That is Zac Efron, Nicole Kidman, and Joey King in A Family Affair. So explain the idea of what was going on right there.
So this movie it's funny. I play a kind of an eccentric young movie star. It's a little close to home, but like in all the wrong ways. And Joey King plays my assistant, and her mom is Nicole Kidman, and we meet and kind of fall in love, much to Joey's character's. Like, she hates the whole scenario. So,
you worked with Nicole Kidman one time before, right? On, what was that movie?
Yeah, it was Paperboy.
The Paperboy, that's right.
Paperboy.
That's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys had you had a thing in that movie also.
Yeah, we did. We did. And that movie was kind of dark and really cool. Like, just a whole different vibe. I think someone coined it like swamp noir kind of movie. And it was really fun. Matthew McConaughey was in it.
Right, yeah.
John Cusack was in it. We had a really great
I think you were here talking about that. It was like 10 years or 12 years ago or something
This is where I go to talk about everything.
Yeah. Didn't something happen weird in that movie with Nicole Kidman?
We had some love scenes, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Did she pee on you or something like that in that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And that was actually the first day of filming on it. Yeah, that was
That's
like,
how you have to do. You have to mark your territory immediately. That's how the Australians do it. They know they claim you. It's Nicole's birthday today.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, happy birthday, Nicole. Jeez. I'm gonna, before this airs, I'm gonna be texting the out of her. I can't wait. All
Yeah,
right.
we'll pretend that you knew and you told me.
I'm
Yeah.
sure we talked about it during press. I don't know.
Although if she's back home in Australia, who knows what day it is now. You either missed her birthday or you're really early for it, right?
You're right, I got a good shot. It's 50-50.
Yeah. When you shot this, was that before the Iron Claw, the wrestling movie, or was it after the movie?
Let's see. Actually, it was before. Oh, I was training for the Iron Claw while we were making this movie.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, so I was mid-training for this.
Because is that like potentially a problem, or like where you're more muscular by the end of the movie than you were at the beginning?
It could be.
yeah.
That might have happened, but yeah. But it was actually really fun. It was very hard because I was super sore the whole time. So one of the things that I did to sort of help with that was I brought like an ice bath to set.
Right.
So I was doing the ice bath every day at lunch. Like whenever I could, I would jump into the ice bath. And one time, our director, Richard LaGravenese, kind of came in to give me some notes during lunch. And I didn't really give him a heads up, so I was just in the ice bath while he came in to give me some notes.
Yeah.
And he didn't address it, I didn't really address it, and we sat for 20 minutes and he gave me some notes. And he's like, I was like, oh, yeah, sounds great. And he's like, by the way, can we put this in the next scene? And I'm like, what, the ice bath? He's like, yeah. And then it made it into the film.
And then you had to get back into the ice bath?
Yeah, for like a whole long scene. I ended up being in there for like over an hour, I think. But it was not the coldest ice bath. We were just dumping ice cubes.
Yeah, well, you know what? You visited the North Pole. You could probably handle an ice bath. The movie is called A Family Affair. It premieres a week from tomorrow on Netflix. Zac Efron, everybody. Thank you, Zac. With Jasmine Crockett.